my concern, and I first talked about this publicly about, 15 years ago, and that was the clash I saw coming in Canada, where Canada is a ribbon 5,000 miles long. It's the only country that you could describe that way, and that means that we have this tremendous diversity. And when you put in on top of that, that the normal trade and the normal movement of people is across that ribbon, so that the people from the Maritimes go south to Florida, the people from Quebec go to Miami, the people from Ontario go south, type of thing. And then the people in our part of the country, our line is to Houston and Dallas. On the west coast, it's down the west coast. So we've got this 5,000 mile ribbon that is constantly being clipped apart. Then we add to that the growing population of the new Canadians, which I welcome, that mean that the Vancouvers, the Torontos, and the Montreals are at least half new Canadians that don't understand that they came to a country that's just in the most prosperous part of its history. And my concern is that we have the urban mass going a different direction than the rural footprint. And I think that is the thing that worries me most when I talk about what is the vision for Canada, where are we going? And in that particular regard, we have a phenomenal opportunity to let our new Canadians know what it is that makes Canada kind of special. And I live here by choice. I don't go elsewhere in the wintertime. I like winter. I stay here in the wintertime. I don't ski. I don't golf in the summer, but I enjoy being here with the people that are here. And every opportunity I have, I speak at schools that are primarily new Canadians. I had the honor of carrying the torch in the torch relay not very long ago. And it was in the area of Calgary that was my grandfather's homestead before 1900. And if there was 90% are new Canadian kids there. And we have to realize that with their families that are here for a new opportunity, the slogan of this year's Olympics, I believe, that is these people. Holy is I believe. And all you had to look was when I shared the torch with these kids. And the rule was they had to carry the torch. And in their schools, and they'd been doing projects, they had to have their picture taken carrying the torch. And many of their parents phoned the principals to say, thank you. That's why we came to Canada, because we gave them each a picture that there are a number of us got together on, and in the bottom it says, I believe. And it doesn't matter where you come from, you can succeed. And you'd be surprised how many of the parents phoned to say, thank you, that's why we came to Canada. And that's, to me, is where we have an opportunity and an obligation as long-term Canadians to make sure that we go out of our way to say, hey, welcome. You're no different than my ancestors when they came here.